1,400 GPs were just asked one question: should telehealth be used to assess whether someone should be helped to die through VAD? The numbers may surprise you. On August 11, independent MP Kate Chaney forced a vote in the House of Representatives to strip out the federal ban on doctors discussing euthanasia over the phone or video. Labor and the coalition had voted 74 votes to 12 votes against VAD telehealth. Health Minister Mark Butler told Parliament the current telehealth setup has been quite mixed and he isn't convinced it's appropriate for something this serious. 4 days later, a national poll of roughly 1,400 GPs landed. Only 8% think a video call is acceptable for this. 69% are against it outright with no conditions, and the remaining 23% would only consider it in very narrow situations. Add those together and nearly 9 in 10 GPs won't simply wave this through. When you read what the GPs say, it becomes very clear. They state that a screen can't show who else is in the room. One doctor cited a case where the medication was diverted and used by somebody else. Another doctor summed it up by saying that this is far too serious an issue for routine telehealth. The loudest voices for telehealth aren't the people who'd be doing the assessing, they're politicians and advocacy groups whose main mission is expanding access. The GPs, on the other hand, their job, their training, their entire professional purpose is to keep people alive and well. Asking them to assess whether someone should be helped to die isn't a small addition to that role, it's a direct conflict with it. That's exactly why so many GPs are hesitant. They are the ones who would have to carry that responsibility, not just debate it from a podium. They are reluctant, and you would assume with their expertise, they would have good reason to be. The fight didn't end with a vote, it just changed rooms. Greens Senator Sarah Hanson-Young has introduced her own bill in the Senate, and Northern Territory Parliament sits between August 25th to 27th with its own euthanasia bill due for a vote in that time, which would make the Northern Territory the last jurisdiction to legalise it. The AMA, the same body cited as proof doctors want telehealth euthanasia, has said just as clearly that investment in VAD must never compromise the appropriate provision and resourcing of palliative care. So where is that funding? In June, the federal government quietly cut funding a program that put palliative care nurses into aged care homes. Tasmania's own health minister called it extremely disappointing. No emergency debate saved that program, it just went. When it comes to stopping the expansion of assisted dying, this parliament can move fast. But when it comes to funding proper care for people who still want to live, it can't seem to find the same urgency. The Senate bill hasn't had its vote yet, and the Northern Territory decision lands within the next week. If you think the answer is funding real care, not faster access to ending it, tell your senator that now.